All right, everyone. Thank you for watching our Edmentum Quick Start Guide. Through this, you'll learn how to access your courses and submit your work before you get started. So it's important to note that Edmentum only works with Google Chrome here. So if you're using Explorer or any of these other browsers, it's not a good idea. Google Chrome is the way to go. So once we have our login information and we know we have an account from our teacher, we're going to go to login.edmentum.com. And then your account login will always be PMG1. So that first row there is PMG1, and then your username and password that should be provided to you by your teacher. If not, you can always ask them and they will update you on that. So when you log in, you'll get hit with this screen here. It's going to show you every class that you're currently enrolled in. And then it's important to note that your teacher's email address will be located in that course title as well. So after we are here, we're going to click on All Activities, and that will get us into the basic course structure of an Edmentum course. So each unit consists of tutorials, lesson activities, mastery tests, discussions, post-tests, and unit or course activities. They're not all going to have all of these, but they all might have some of these. And once we click on the unit, there's a little plus sign there. That's going to bring us to everything that's included inside of that unit. So the first thing here is a tutorial, and then the Dropbox activities we will get to in just a moment, what these tutorials look like. So here we have the history of photography. We're going to click into this. It's going to give you a quick overview of what you're going to learn in this. This plays automatically, so it's important to press pause or go at your own pace, toggling through these. There's videos, it reads it to you. And then I want to go over some of these tools in the top left corner. So we have a table of contents. So this goes over everything that's included in this tutorial. We have our notes section, we have a resources, dictionary, reading tools, also a translation tool, which is pretty nice, and then a highlighter, which I've demonstrated here. You can highlight things or change the way things are being presented here. It's important to note that this top right-hand corner here is everything included in this tutorial. So we have mostly informational text here. This all gets read to you by the system if you're listening to it. But then there's also going to be activities that require that we do it. So I already did this one. We'll try it again. We can give this a test here. And all of these activities need to be completed in order for you to get credit. These do get submitted to your teacher, so it's important to do those. And we're going to move on to the next one. Activities like this require a little bit more work and may take a little bit more time. So it's important to save whenever you may walk away from your computer, or if you're going to go get a snack or something. It's always important to save and exit. That way you don't lose any of this typing that you did. You don't want to lose it. So you can submit this to your teacher. Your teacher will get that. There's a few questions here. And then always save and exit if you're not going to finish right then, but when you go back to it, it'll always bring you back to the section that you wanted to be at regardless. And then each of these will need to be submitted before you can click the top right corner here. Okay, cool. So the next thing I want to show you is these Dropbox activities. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. It's done within the system, so it's pretty easy to just submit it all through there, save and exit through there, but these Dropbox activities require a few extra steps. The Dropbox activity information is here, so everything you need to do with this is right here, but I just want to show you because it's a little bit tricky. We're going to click on this link, which is our activity, and it's going to load up in our Google Drive. So it's important to be logged into a Google account before doing this. And then in the top right corner here, you'll see Use Template. We're going to click that, and then that's going to make us a copy of this exact activity. So we are going to change our name up here in the title. So I'm going to put in Michael. I'm going to put in my whole name and then the name here too. So I should spell it right. And then we're going to complete this activity. Fill out everywhere it needs a response. Type your response here, type your response here. And then at the very bottom of this, it's what you'll be graded on for this activity. So these activities do get averaged into your score, which is very important to know. After we're finished with this, we are going to go to File, and then we are going to download as a PDF document. So as you can see here, I have my activity. It's probably in my downloads folder. Okay, so I've downloaded that PDF, and then I'm going to upload a new file here. I'm going to choose my file, and then in my downloads folder, I can see it's still titled Unit 1 Activity. I have a lot of stuff in here, but there we go. Open, upload file, and then I'm going to check this box, submit selected files, submit for scoring, submit files. You have successfully sent your activity to your instructor. Perfect. And once we get this orange notification, that's how we know we're done with the Dropbox activities. So we can go ahead and exit out of here. And one of the last things I want to show you is how the tutorials and mastery tests work. So as soon as you finish this tutorial, the next activity is a mastery test, and this is to check for your understanding on everything that was in that tutorial. So you need to get 4 out of 5 of these correct, and then you'll submit the test. One thing I want to note is that if you don't pass that test with a 70%, you have to go through the tutorial again, review the material, and then you can take that test again. Last but not least, I want to show you our message center up here at the top. This is a great way to communicate with your teacher. You can click New Message here, and then on your To button, it'll come up with a list of your teachers if you're enrolled in multiple classes or with an SGI teacher or something like that. It'll come up there, and then you basic email structure, subject, and put in your question or your comment here. Make sure you describe what class you're in and exactly what your problem is or what's going wrong. Just be as clear as possible on that, and then click Send, and your teacher will get that message. All right, everyone, you are ready to start your course. Thanks.